All right, what we have for review today are organic chia seeds made by Better Body Foods. These organic chia seeds are with antioxidants, calcium, and fiber. 4 grams of calcium, 3 grams of protein, and 2.5 grams of omega-3s per serving. Gluten-free, non-GMO. Let's get right into it. Looking at the nutrition facts. You know, chia seeds are known for their high antioxidant property, high fiber content. They're also known for retaining a lot of fluid and hydration. So there's the Mayans would run 40 to 100 miles at times. There's stories about that where they would just eat a bunch of chia seeds and drink water. And I'm guessing that the chia seeds, since they held so much water, would kind of rehydrate them as they would run. Oh, and look, funny, interesting right here. Chia was the ancient Mayans word for strength. Interesting. Kind of like your chi, tai chi, chia. Maybe there's some word roots based on that too. Who knows? Looking at the nutrition facts, 1 tablespoon, 13 grams, and there's 60 calories in 1 tablespoon, 3 grams of fat, 5 grams of carbohydrates, and 3 grams of protein. So really well balanced food. There's not that much fat consequence for the amount of protein there is, and it's almost like a 1 to 1 to 1 ratio. In fact, this really matches the amount of calories you can obtain out of each gram of protein, carbohydrate, and fat respectively. I think it does, may or may not. Ingredients include raw organic chia seeds, nothing more, nothing less, okay? It's actually a product of Mexico. I think these chia seeds are the same thing that we made, you know, you grow chia pets with. And here you have a chia seed on the left side of your screen in its dry form. And here I have some, about less than this actually. It's less than this much chia seed, just hydrated. And you can see how much there is. Look at this, super thick. Look at the consistency of that. Almost like that of a slug, or the slime of snail or slug. That's the kind of consistency that is, like really gooey. Let's look at it on my scales. Here on this is definitely a primary food. It's seeds in their raw form, so that's a primary food. On the health scale continuum, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 because there's some carbohydrates, some fats. You probably can't eat a whole box of them. But it's definitely better off eating than not eating for its antioxidant properties, its fiber properties, and its hydration property. Or I guess if you stay hydrated with them, it's slow release of carbohydrates. So definitely a 9 out of 10. On the glycemic index scale, let's take a look at that one. It's going to be, I would say this is going to be an estimate. I don't know the measured glycemic index of this, but I'm going to say it's going to be less than beans, but probably a little bit more than nuts. So probably 15 to 25, somewhere down here. So that's really good, healthier food. Now, let's go ahead and see what this smells like. Ooh, it definitely smells earthy. It smells, you know what this smells of? It smells exactly like bird seeds, or it smells of something. It smells just like hay. Especially in Halloween time where you make scarecrows, it smells just like the dry hay. That's exactly what it smells like. And it's super small. These seeds are super, super small, almost smaller, probably as small as strawberry seeds or banana seeds. And let's see what they taste like. Oh, super crunchy, almost like the seed might be hollow. Ooh, as you chew it in your mouth, as I chew it, I can actually feel that it's starting to get slimy and kind of like the consistency of this in my mouth as I chew it, as it absorbs my saliva. That's really, really interesting feeling. So that's what the dry one tastes like. Now let's see what this, this actually weren't that many seeds. It's probably like half of this. Probably like half of that with water. And look what's happened to it after 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours. It's like, look, I can make it upside down. Wow, I made this whole bowl upside down without it even falling out. That's how goopy and slimy it is, just to give you an idea. Look at the consistency of that. This is totally horizontal. I'm going to taste this one for you. Ooh, wow. Wow, that's a really, really interesting texture. Super, 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 super slimy. And you know, it's lost all its crunchy properties. The seeds, you have to really tease them out between the slime if you want to try to bite through it. It's got really interesting property. And this is probably the reason I put this in my oatmeal every morning. And then after an hour or two, I'm super thirsty. After an hour or two after I eat my oatmeal, and I bet you this is what's happening because I don't hydrate this before I put it in my oatmeal, and I never noticed the slimy texture. So it's probably getting into my stomach in this relatively dry form, and then it's sucking up all my fluids, and then I'm getting kind of thirsty and drinking a couple cups of water to keep myself hydrated. Interestingly enough, though that later on in the day, like I do stay hydrated, but I don't get super thirsty, and I even work out after work, and I mean I stay hydrated, but I don't get super thirsty. This is probably why. It's probably sitting in my gut in this gel-like form, sucking up all my fluid, sucking up all my hydration. So anyways, it's interesting. I learned something today. Look at that. My goodness. I know chia seeds used in some Asian teas. It's also used in some Asian dessert-like drinks, but mainly known for those Mayans running super, super long distances, not having to rehydrate. Look at that. That's probably why. Wow. Anyways, hope you like this review video. Definitely get some chia seeds. Don't forget to drink water with it. Add it to your oatmeal. Eat it how you want, but I think it's good for you. I've been eating it. I haven't noticed much difference. People I've heard also use this as a dieting tool because since it expands so much in your stomach, it occupies a lot of space, so you don't feel hungry without having a large caloric consequence. So I know people use this for diet. I've heard people use this for dieting also. I don't particularly, but I do just eat it for its health benefits. All right, thanks for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Please smash that subscribe button to see my other videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.